Welcome to Your Source TV from the nation's capital. I'm Tamara Stuchlak, and in this segment, we're talking about being a volunteer and using your creativity. With us is Galina Hamlet. She is a financial planner. She volunteers and she works in the community to help small businesses thrive. She's involved in many charity events that she wants to share as examples to encourage all of us to do more volunteering. So Galina, tell us about your passion for combining your work world with your volunteer world.
I'm a financial planner, and I also involve in a community. I involve in community, in especially Fairfax community, because I live there. I live there already for 15 years.
In Northern Virginia.
In Northern Virginia, of course. And I love this area. I just love this area, and a lot of opportunities here for volunteering and for the creativity. So all my hobbies, all my interests, of course, I would like to share with others, and also encourage in others, to be involved in volunteering as well. Because we're so blessed, to live in this community. Let's say Women's Center. It's in Fairfax County in Vienna city, and it's really easy to access, and basically what I did as financial advisor, I help the women who basically been abused before and going through recovery, all of that, and help them to be financially independent.
So you're starting at your skill set and offering, and you're finding that in many of these areas that are charitable,
right,
that it's very easy to use what you're passionate about, and easy
skills,
to go in and help.
Right, so professional skills. So even your neighbors, let's say your neighbors needs, some financial planning. So I never say no. So if I see that the person asks me about, or neighbor asks me about, I always say, okay, I can help you. I can help you to do a business plan. I can help you to do a financial plan for your retirement or for the college plan. I always there. And to be always there, you have to be involved in the community, in a charity work or as a volunteer work, that you can be reachable and accessible, that people knew you, who you are, and where you live. So at this point, I would love, volunteering.
And so you come from Siberia,
yes,
and that was a strong foundation for your just being a person that volunteers. Tell us about that.
In Siberia, we live in a community. We always live in a community, and we knew each other.
It was a given.
It was a given, because we all Christians. We all Christians. We help to each other. So it wasn't kind of like unnatural for me to kind of like to move to United States and also help, your neighbors and your family.
Do you see lots of volunteering around you, and you're encouraged by that, and you also just want others to know that it's important to be reminded to volunteer?
It's important because you live in community and you build your community. So basically, every neighbors around you should be successful. This is how the success of the community is also showing up.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you have incorporated your hobbies. Tell us about how you've incorporated some of your hobbies into your volunteering.
Oh my gosh, I have a lot of hobbies. I took some classes in Torpedo Factory about photography classes, and I was kind of like fascinated about that. I just, just took a camera, and any weekend just go around DC and took some photos. A beautiful city and museums. And after that, I print it, I frame it, and donate it as a auction item.
How fantastic! And so there's others examples of that. I know you're involved with the Women's Suffragette Memorial. That is
Women's Suffrage Memorial, also the same thing. So we do some hats. Yeah, we do some hats, fancy hats, and also this fancy items for fundraising. Also kind of like make like a donation. I also interesting in Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a martial art, and we did a self-defense workshop for the woman, actually for the executive woman, for executive professionals. We did self-defense for executive professionals, how to protect yourself in a work environment.
And so you're quite adept at Tai Chi and are a champion, and so
Right.
that was another area of really this this thinking, I think, that you want to share with us, which is when you have an interest or you're good at something, share it in some way with your neighbors or nonprofits. There's
Right.
always a way if you're moving yourself forward.
Right. So it was US-China Open, and I did a performance, 24 Tai Chi forms in young style, so it was first place. And we did a group performance with Sun and Moon Tai Chi 1, so it also was first place. After that, we did in Annandale, it was US Open China, so, and basically also first place. So what I do, yeah, I'm the first.
Very good. So what are some other ways that you've put together your interest with your volunteering and that your creativity?
So my creativity, of course, cooking. I love chocolate. I mean, everybody loves chocolate, right? You can't, just exist. So basically, I start, to do energy bars. So we love chocolate, right? So, and of course, combined with some healthy ingredients is gonna be energy bars. And that helps, when you do exercise, any sport activities,
of course, yes.
it also helps.
And so how do you use them in a charity fashion?
In a charity fashion, so we basically are doing some cooking classes. We do some cooking classes, and everybody can involve, in this cooking, participate in these cooking classes in a Tower Club. So one is going to be in January.
And you're also involved in a charity classic for golf.
Charity classic for golf. It's also, we do some golfing. It's in Chantilly or in a River Creek. And we raise some money for some charities.
So what's most important that you think is our viewers would need to think a little bit differently than maybe they have in terms of, well, I don't have enough time to do this, or, I haven't been asked. Do you just go forward and how do you go about it? How do you start?
Go from your heart. Go from your heart. I mean, decide what is important to you. If it's important, this charity is important to you, go help. It's so important for your community because your community gonna be succeed if you're gonna be help each other.
And how does it make you feel to volunteer and use your creativity?
Basically, it's I'm thinking, more ways to do this, and okay, and I always think about, okay, what I can, what I can do, what I can help, what is going to be useful for people, right? And one of my thoughts was to start, to help, small business owners to do, especially business owners, startups, to do a business plan, of course, marketing, of course, fundraising, of course, merchant acquisitions. I can help because, small businesses, in this area is so important to us. Because they kind of like serve a little community who is basically in needs.
So, as we're coming to a close, what do you want to share that is maybe perhaps what people say to you when they're thanking you, and how this really encourages you to do more, and in fact come and share this on Your Source TV?
I never ask, kind of like for thank you note. I just
But what do people say to you?
I mean, usually, yes, they say thank you, but I never expect it. I just do it, because I like it to do this. I love to do this. And I like to see, you know, when people is kind of like, you know, their eyes, you know, always have, you know, this courage, and you know, if it's going to be saying, tell me thank you, so of course.
What's the best reason you would give people to volunteer more than what they're already doing?
Again, it's your community. It's your community. You build your community. Again, it's your neighbors and this community where you live, and you would like, you know, to be in a successful place.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you. Our Northern Virginia area is benefiting from your goodwill, and you're encouraging all of us to do more. I know I've put some new ideas in my head as well. So thank you for joining us on this segment, and stay tuned for the next segment of Your Source TV from the nation's capital. And I'm Tamara Stuchlak.